Question 20. Which of these following graphs represents the solution of 2x is greater than 6x plus 8? Let's write it out. 2x is greater than 6x plus 8. The greater than part is facing the 2x, that's the bigger part, and the pointed part, which is less than, is facing 6x plus 8. Just like the previous question, we can choose to bring the 6x to the other side. So you have 2x, it operates like the equal to sign, plus 6 crosses the sign and turns to minus 6. So you have minus 6x is greater than 8. You have 2x minus 6x. The 2x has a positive, the 6x has a negative. The one with the negative is bigger than the one with the positive, so you get a negative as your answer. It's like saying you have 2 apples and you're owing 6. If you pay 2 apples from the 6 you owe, you still be owing 4. You can use your calculator to do 2 minus 6, you get minus 4. Then you add your x to it. You have minus 4x is greater than 8. Now you have minus 4x is greater than 8. You need to find x. This question is just same as just solving for x. But the difference is you have inequality sign. It operates like your equals to sign. You divide both sides by minus 4 to make the x stand alone. So you have minus 4x is greater than 8. Divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is minus 4. Cancel. Minus 4 cancels minus 4. You have your x. Immediately you divide both sides by a negative number. Like said in previous question, the direction of the sign changes to the other side. So you have the pointed part now facing x. So you have plus 8 divided by minus 4. Let's take the sign first. Positive divided by negative has 2 different signs. The outcome is always negative. Then you have 8 divided by 4, that's 2. So x is less than minus 2. Let's write it close to the option so we know which one is correct. X is less than minus 2. You know our inequality graph. When you don't have less than, greater than, or equals to with them, that means it's not shaded. It's just like all these circles without shading. Unlike these two, C and D, that are shaded. So take your point from minus 2. So your answer should either be A or E, because B is from 2, not minus 2. So it's either A or E. Just comprehending this. X is less than minus 2. That's minus 2 is bigger than x. So for minus 2 to be bigger than x, that means x has to be numbers less than minus 2 or lower than minus 2. And you know, numbers lower than minus 2 on the number line are from minus 3, minus 4 down. So your answer is definitely A. You have x is less than minus 2. So it goes to minus 3, minus 4 towards the negative. Unlike E, that is going towards the positive, is increasing from minus 2 to minus 1 is an increase to 0. 0 is greater than minus 2. Then you have 1, 2, 3. This is on the increase. So the answer to question 20 is A. Method 2. Just like question 19, let's say we take question 20 from another angle. We have 2x is greater than 6x plus 8. You want your 2x to go to where your x will be positive, and you take your plus 8, which is a constant, outside. Once the plus 8 crosses the sign, turns to minus 8, then you have your sign not changing. You have 6x, then plus 2x crosses the equal sign and becomes minus 2x. Minus 8 is greater than 6x minus 2x will give you 4x. Just subtract 6 minus 2, then pick one of the x's. At this point, we're looking for x. We divide both sides by 4. 4 cancels 4. That's x on this side with the pointed part facing it. You have 4 in 4, 1, 4 in 8, that's 2. Then with your negative, because this is negative and this one has a positive. Negative divided by positive is negative. So minus 2 is greater than x. You can still write as x with the pointed part, that's less than. Then on the other side, minus 2. You have to make sure if you're taking the x to the other side, the pointed part is still facing the x. And if it's the open part that is facing the x, if you're taking it to the other side, the open part must face the x. The only time you flip the sign or you switch the direction of the sign is when you're dividing both sides by a negative number. So our answer is still the same as the one we solved using the first method, where you have x is less than minus 2. Same as this, x is less than minus 2.